My faithful one, I have been keeping something from you, not to hurt you, but to protect the surprise. I have been preparing before a single thought formed in your conscious mind. Today, I was already orchestrating something beautiful for your life. I have decided what I am going to do about music you, and I will not change my mind. The hard times you've been going through are coming to an end. It's not because you finally earned it by being good, not because your prayers have earned enough merit, but because I keep my promises, and now is the time for you to make a breakthrough. I am the one who keeps an eye on you, the guardian who has never taken his eyes off of you. In this music right now, I want you to understand how important what I'm saying about your life is. I want to talk to you about who I really am in your life, because I think you've forgotten some important music truths during this hard time. You have doubts about my character because of the problems you have had. There have been delays that have made you wonder what I was trying to do. When you were going through the worst times, the silence made you wonder if I was even listening. But I want to put your music understanding to rest. I'm not some faraway God who doesn't care about the little things in your life and is sitting on a throne too far away to feel your pain. I'm not an impersonal music force that works by cold, hard rules and doesn't care about your problems. I am not a judge who is ready to punish you for your mistakes or a boss who expects too much from you. Let me be your guardian and protector. I know how many hairs are on your head, and all the worries that have kept you awake during the quiet hours when sleep music wouldn't play. I know every single thing about you, including the parts you keep to yourself and the parts you show everyone else. When you think something, you've never said it out loud. I know the fears about music that you have never told anyone about. I can see the wounds you've covered up with music, smiles, and tears to make yourself look strong. I can see everything about you, and nothing about you makes my love less strong. You're known completely, and music loves you no matter what. It doesn't change how much I care about you when you fail or when you succeed. It doesn't change because of what you do, but because of who I am. When you look at your life, you see a list of mistakes. I don't see that. I'm not interested in the mistakes that play over and over in your mind, or the regrets that whisper accusations in your quiet times. I don't figure out how much you're worth by looking at what you've done or how productive you are. I see my beloved child walking through a valley that has a purpose that hasn't been fully revealed yet. I see music that hasn't been fully used yet, strength that hasn't been put to the test, and a destiny that goes far beyond what you can imagine right now. And I can see myself going with you every step of the way on this hard journey. Never without my presence will music leave you to face any problem. Never leaving you to find your way through the darkness by yourself. The wilderness season you've been going through was never meant to be your permanent home. Music has always been meant to be a passageway, a transition, a place of preparation before entering the land of promise I've been working on for you. I understand how long this passage has felt, though. I understand how the music of the day has seemed to blend into a never-ending cycle of struggle and survival. I know that you've been wondering if you'll ever see the other side of music during this tough time. The wait has been very tiring. It's been hard to deal with the uncertainty. Fighting against discouragement all the time has used up resources you didn't even know you had. Being alone and going through hard times without any visible help has put your faith to the test in ways you didn't expect. During all of that, I was working and watching, waiting for the exact moment when the season would change. It's very important that you fully understand what I'm saying about your life right now. The end of the wilderness is almost in sight. You dare music to believe that the edge of the promised territory is closer. to bring you from this place of testing into music, a place of rest and abundance. I am actively orchestrating events behind the scenes. Hopeless thinking or empty comfort is not this. I make this divine declaration with the full weight of my character and the full power of my throne. What I say comes true. I do what I say I will do. What I start, I finish. And I want you to know that the start of your music deliverance has already come. Right now, at this moment of speech, I want you to go from just hearing to actively receiving. I'm speaking over your life, and what I say needs your permission to fully take place. So I want you to do something easy but strong. In the comments section below, type the word Amen. This is not a religious act, but your personal seal of approval for everything I just said. Know that you are not just leaving a comment as you type it. You're telling heaven it's okay to do something for you. Your voice is becoming more like mine. You've been carrying loads that weren't ever assigned. It's been your job to avoid problems that were never yours to solve. You've been putting too much stress on music because of the responsibilities I never meant for you to handle by yourself. You picked up weights that belong to other people somewhere along the way. You agreed to do things that weren't your calling. You felt guilty about things that were out of your control. And I've seen you getting tired from this load. Saw your shoulders sag from being so tired. You've walked with more weight on your feet. And your heart is tired. The life force you used to have has been music taken away by the need to survive. The happiness you used to feel has been sucked up by worry. You no longer hear the peaceful music you used to because you are always worried. This is precisely why I am speaking to you so quickly and gently. I'm coming up behind you to take the weight off your back. I'm putting out my hand to take the weight off your shoulders. I'm coming to give your soul rest in a way that no vacation music, distraction, or short-term escape could ever do. The rest I offer is more than just relaxing your body. It gets to the very core of your being, where the real tiredness is. It refers to the weariness that neither sleep nor medicine can alleviate. It gets to the part of your spirit that's been worn out from running on fumes for too long. The care I have for you as a musician doesn't depend on how well you play. Your faithfulness or obedience have no bearing on it. Your upbringing has taught you that love and care must be earned, which makes it hard for you to accept these truth songs. People have given you conditional acceptance by pulling their love away when you didn't live up to their standards. You know how it feels to get praise for something you did well, and to get attention for something you did well. But the rules that my love follows are completely different. Watching over you is something that is deeply ingrained in my personality, in my nature, at the core of who I am. I will always care about you, just like I can't stop being God. It is neither something I choose to do, nor a duty I don't want to take on. It just comes out of who I am, like how light comes from the sun. This dedication to music shows up in every sunrise I paint across the sky, as a reminder that mercy comes again every morning. It shows up in every breath you take without even thinking about it. Every time your heart beats, it keeps your life going. It's in every provision that music appears exactly when it's needed, even when you have no idea how it will happen. I was showing you proof of my care every day, but sometimes the music of your worries made it hard for you to see it clearly. I want you to understand something about the dark time you've been going through. It wasn't a punishment for your sins, or a result of what you did wrong. It wasn't a sign that heaven had left you, or that I had forgotten about you. The enemy has been telling you lies about what your problems are really about. Music. Let me tell you that suffering means I don't like you, and struggle means you are far away from me. I'm telling you the truth, though. It was a place of formation that you have been traveling through the valley, a school where music, it's only possible to learn what I've been teaching in the dark. While music can grow in light, some things can only grow in darkness. Roots grow deepest where the soil is shaded from the sun. When you're under pressure, your character gets stronger in ways that comfort never could. When things happen that seem to go against every promise, faith becomes stronger. You have been building a root system of faith that will see you through every storm you face in your music career for the rest of your days. This music season has been difficult for you, but you have grown closer to me than you ever could have during better times in terms of intimacy. Even when everything else was taken away, human support wasn't enough. You found that I was still there when all of your own strength gave out. You found out that my grace was enough. You encountered the truth that my strength is most obvious when I am weak. Music. You can't learn these lessons from books or sermons. You have lived them, so they must be true. I've been your guardian during times when you didn't even know music needed guarding. If you could see the whole picture, this truth would shock you. Because my hand was resting on you, dangers approached your life and fled. Plans were made to hurt your health, but they never came true because I stood between you and the people who wanted to hurt you. Disasters that were meant to happen to you were redirected to go by without touching your head. Accidents were avoided by timing that seemed to be random. There were no more chances to do harm before you even knew they were there. You've been kept safe a lot more than you know. You have been protected in ways you can't even imagine. My protection has never been taken away from your life, not even during this hard season, not even during this valley music experience, not even while you were wandering around in the wilderness. You may have felt open and at risk, but that wasn't how things really were. You may have felt like you were left to deal with things on your own, but you were never really alone. Even on the darkest nights, when music of despair told you I was gone, I was right there with you, working behind the scenes to set up what you couldn't see and get ready for what hadn't been revealed yet. It is not a far-off dream for the future that the deliverance I am bringing to music for you represents. It is a real event that is happening right now. As you read these words, many times my kids wait for breakthrough music like it's still a long way off, but it's already here. They strain their eyes to see something that is right in front of them that is far away. So there is no doubt I am telling you the truth. The music for help has begun. The shift is moving. You can't wait for the change you've been praying for. The music is coming now. It's taking place now. Things that were invisible are now visible. Music. The spiritual is showing up in the real world. What was done behind closed doors is about to be made public. I'm already moving things around in your situation. I'm already setting up the conditions that will make your breakthrough possible. The people who will take part in your deliverance are already being lined up. Even if you can't see any evidence yet, the process has already begun. The working parts of heaven are working for you. The angels have been given their jobs and are doing them correctly and with authority. There are supernatural resources being sent to help you. Divine meetings are being planned. Music is being made to make connections that will change everything. In the next few days, you will not see the start of my work. Instead, you will see the visible completion of work that has been going on in the spiritual realm for a long time. Think about how a seed works when it is planted in soil. This natural law shows how what's going on in your life is really happening on a spiritual level. Nothing that can be seen happens above ground for weeks or months. If someone looked at the surface, they would only see earth and think that nothing was happening. They might even think that the seed had failed and that all the work was for nothing. They might dig up the seed out of anger, not realizing that getting in the way at this point would destroy what they were hoping to see. But below that surface, in the hidden darkness below, there is a music-filled explosion of activity going on. Roots are extending music downward, building the base on which everything else will rest. As a shoot presses up, it gathers the strength it needs to break through into the light. Life is putting together the structure that will eventually shine in all its glory. Darkness and concealment are necessary for the complex processes going on in music. Things are growing that would be hurt by being exposed too soon. And when it finally happens, it happens suddenly, almost immediately, as if the plant appeared out of thin air. The breakthrough music, on the other hand, came after weeks of progress that couldn't be seen. The abrupt appearance was actually the result of a great deal of preparation. In your case, music, this is exactly what is happening right now. About to see the start of something that has been growing behind your back for a lot longer than you thought. I have been working hard for you in ways that your normal senses can't tell you about. There is no difference between the spiritual realm and the physical realm. We can just see it as clearly. And in that space, where the most important work happens, I've been making connections, opening doors to music, softening hearts, and setting up chances. I've been working on getting rid of the things that were in your way, turning some into stepping stones and others into music that will help you get where you want to go. What looked like problems in your way will turn out to be the right places for you to be blessed with more music. What looked like setbacks will be seen as preparations for bigger gains. I've been traveling ahead of you to make sure that the place you're about to enter is ready for you, and to guarantee that the blessing music will be even better than you asked for. Everything will be fine when you get to your destination. You will be able to get the resources you need. The people you need will be there. The music that needs to be aligned will be aligned. There won't be any gaps. There will be no lack of music. There will be no shortage of anything, because I set up the space based on what I know you need, not what you think you need. Now the time is almost here when all of this work that has been done behind the scenes will become visible, and you will see for yourself what I have been doing behind your back. There will be music that you didn't know about that will open doors. Sources of provision you didn't expect will come through. In places where you had given up hope of ever seeing change, you will experience restoration. You won't be looking in the right places for the breakthrough. The answer will come to you in a way you hadn't thought of, because I can come up with any solution you can think of. In a moment, I am the God of the unexpected, the shocking, and the suddenly that changes everything. Do not let the long way you have had to travel to get here get you down. Do not look at the hard miles with anger or regret. Each step of that journey was important. Your character grew in some way with each challenge you faced. Every tear you shed watered seeds that will grow into a harvest. Music. When you felt like giving up, every prayer you said was heard, recorded, and answered. Nothing was wasted. Even when heaven seemed to be quiet, there was no point to anything. There was no feudalism. Even though music seemed to be causing you problems, it was actually making you stronger so that you could handle the blessing I'm about to give you. Things I'm giving you now would not have been music to your ears if I gave them to you back then. You wouldn't have been ready for what was behind those doors if I had opened them earlier. The answer I gave to those prayers music on your timeline would have made things worse instead of better. The wait was not cruel music. It was nice of them. There was no neglect in the delay. It was smart. The long trip wasn't meant to punish them. This was preparation. Now that everything has been set up and preparations have been made, the blessing can be given without hurting the person it was meant to help. I'm getting you through this tough time not because you deserve it based on what you've done, but because I keep my promises in every situation. You and I entered into a covenant that I would never leave you or forsake you. Before you were born, I spoke words over your life that told you of my good plans for your future. I wrote your name on the palm of my hand to always remember how much I love you, to show that I will definitely do what I said I would do. I am now honoring those statements and fulfilling those words. Your deliverance is linked to my reputation. Through your help, I can demonstrate my faithfulness, and I will not fail to finish what I started in your life. The problems you've been having with your music this season haven't been proof of my absence, but proof of my presence. This doesn't make sense. I know that life has taught you to judge how close I am by the lack of music that makes you think of trouble. The idea is that if I really loved you, I would make sure you had an easy path. But that assumption shows that you don't understand love or purpose. If no one was attacking you, it meant that the kingdom of darkness did not see you as a threat. If no one was stopping you from moving forward, it means you're probably not moving in a direction that matters. You are a significant figure in the spiritual realm, as evidenced by the music of your battle, which is intense. You have a destiny that scares the enemy. You are someone whose breakthrough will be a blessing not only for you, but also for many others whose lives are linked to yours. People who are against you have been desperately trying to stop you because they know what's at stake. If what I have planned for you comes true, the attack was not random. It wasn't a coincidence that there was resistance. The challenge was aimed at you because of who you are and what you carry. One thing the enemy did not expect, though, is this. He didn't take into account how much I love you. In working for you, he didn't figure out how much power I had. He didn't take into account the fact that I've never lost a battle. I chose to play, and I've chosen to play for you. Not because you deserve it or because you earned it, but because your music is mine. I bought you for a price. I claimed you as my own, and the enemy will not be able to hold anyone who belongs to me. I'll bring you outside. I'm going to free you. I'm going to break the chains that have been holding you back and lead you to a place where you can breathe again with music. The pain will go away. The weight will go away. The reality of freedom will come in and take the place of the sense music of being trapped. You will remember this season with awe at the deliverance I brought about. I'm bringing you all-encompassing deliverance music. I'm not just going to deal with one symptom and ignoring the cause. This is how human solutions often work. They deal with the obvious problems while the bigger ones keep getting worse. But I'm not limited to using people. I'm not just giving you short-term relief while leaving you open to attack in the future. I'm talking about the situation at its core, getting rid of influences that have been working behind the scenes, removing roots that have been growing in darkness for years, and ending music contracts that were made without your knowledge or permission. You will really be free when I send you music. The bondage is not coming back. The oppression won't make the music come back around. The pattern will be broken for good. You will move on to a new season without the weight you have been carrying. I know that the waiting has made you tired. It looked like hope was leaving your eyes every day because nothing seemed to be changing. I've heard your prayers shift from strong statements of faith to frantic cries for help in the darkness. There were times when you could hardly put words together because disappointment had taken all of your words with it. I treasured those groans as prayers because there were times when all you could muster were groans too deep to be expressed. I've seen your heart turn cold with sadness and your spirit go numb with hope that didn't come true. The eagerness you once had to believe has been replaced by a cautious hesitancy. The constant waiting has made you less confident than you used to be. Also, I want you to know that I've never been closer to you than I am now. I feel close to you because of how desperately you need help. It's not weakness that turns me off. I don't dislike people who are desperate. Music instead, I'm drawn to people who know they need me. I am close to those who are sad. I save those who are down in the music spirit. My provision is made possible by your recognition of need. Your admission that you can't do something makes room for my ability. When you've used up all of your own resources, you start to experience mine. I am about to show you that I am all that you need, and more than the music you could ever imagine. Let me talk about some of the things that have been bothering you in more detail. I know everything about the money problems that have kept you from listening to music while you sleep. There are a lot of things I understand about having too many obligations, not making enough money, and having expenses pop up out of nowhere. I'm aware of the inventive ways you've used to make the most of what you have, and the challenging music choices you've had to make about what to work on right away, and what to delay. During the day, worry about money has taken away your peace, and at night it's getting into your dreams. Music anxiety is caused by calculations that never seem to add up to zero, and I'm telling you that provision is coming up. Abundance that will overflow into every area of your need, not just enough to survive. I'm giving you new ways to make money from music that you hadn't thought of. I'm setting up chances for you that you haven't thought of yet. I'm setting you up to receive blessings you didn't even know you were asking for. The financial music breakthrough won't come from the channels you've been stalking with worry. It will come to you in ways you hadn't thought of, and where you weren't expecting it, because I am the God of more than enough, and I enjoy taking care of my kids in ways that make it clear that I am involved. Regarding my provision, I want you to comprehend something musical. It's never just a transaction. When I take care of you, I'm not just giving you what you need. This is how I'm showing my love through music. This is how I'm showing my faithfulness by doing things. This is how I show you that you can trust me with everything in your life. Music, which is the unwavering commitment of a father who sees his children's needs and responds with overwhelming generosity, is more important than the provision itself. You are getting more than just money when it comes to money. This shows that I've been paying attention to your situation and that I can help you. Some of the provision music will come from natural sources like work, chance, and regular income channels. But even those natural ways will be set up in a supernatural way. You get the job offer just at the right time. That link that leads to an unexpected chance. The idea that makes you money in ways you didn't expect. My supernatural orchestration lies behind every provision that seems natural. Through human tools and systems on earth, I am working to bring about heavenly purposes in your life. There is no chance in anything that comes to you. There is provision for everything from a father who knows exactly what you need, the health problems that have been bothering you, and the music that's been bothering you are also in my hands. I made your body with a lot of thought and care. and I understand every part of your body, every musical organ, and every cell that makes you up. Your condition doesn't seem strange to me at all. I don't understand anything about your symptoms. There are worries you've had about what the tests might show, the worry you've had about what the future might bring, the weariness of having to deal with pain and limitations. I know everything about it, and I'm sending music of restoration to your body. Even as you read these words, the healing you need doesn't depend on just human music wisdom or medical help. It comes from the throne of heaven, where I sit as the best restorer of both body and soul. Believe in it and receive it. Allow my healing power to flow through you, giving strength to what has been weak and restoration to what has been damaged. I'm the God who makes things better. That's not just something I do sometimes with music when the time is right. I'm using that part of my nature to help you right now because it's at the heart of who I am. The relationship wounds that have left marks on your heart are also being dealt with through music. These wounds hurt more than physical ones because they hurt more than just the skin. I know what it's like to remember betrayals that hurt so much. I know that being turned down made you question the value of your music. I understand how being abandoned made you afraid to trust anyone fully ever again. The walls you built to keep people safe have turned into prisons of loneliness. Because you put up walls with music to protect yourself from future pain, real intimacy has been blocked, and the music is healing those wounds from the inside out. Without making you naive, I'm restoring your trustworthiness. There is a difference between having healthy suspicion and having fearful suspicion, and I'm teaching you how to walk in the first one while freeing you from music in the second one. Building up your intimacy skills without leaving you open to manipulation is what I'm doing. Music. I'm putting the right people in your path. People who will really love you and treat you with respect. That's right. The bad relationships are ending to make room for the good ones. You will get more of what you lose in quantity. No one else knows about the battles you've been through. In private, you've been through so much that music would surprise people who think they know you. The life you live behind closed doors and the life you live in public are very different. And keeping the space between them has worn you out. You have kept your pain and silence hidden because you didn't want to bother other people or didn't think anyone would understand. The loneliness of struggling alone has made music even harder than the struggle itself. But I have seen every secret battle. I have seen all of your private struggles. I've seen every wound you tried to hide and every tear you wouldn't let out in public. And I'm also talking about those private places. You have never told anyone about the depths to which I am bringing healing. The freedom I'm giving you breaks chains you haven't even said out loud. The music for restoration, the information I'm giving you, touches parts of you that you thought could never be fixed. There is no music that is too hidden for my light. I can touch anything that is hurt. Musical healing can fix anything. What you thought was permanently damaged, I think, is just being built up for now. What you thought would never work right again. As promised, I am restoring music to its original form. Let me help you remember who you really are. You misplaced your identity somewhere along the way. You believed the lies you heard over and over again without even realizing it. When other people put labels on you, they changed the way you heard music. But those lies and labels don't make you who you are. You are not defined by the problems you've had or the things that have gone wrong. You are not your worst moments added together, nor are you a tragedy because of what happened to you. You are not what happened to you, what someone did to you, or what you did when your music was at its worst. You are my beloved child. made in my image and with a purpose that only you can reach, designed for a future that is better than anything you could have imagined. The lies you've told yourself are being exposed and pushed out of your mind by music. The labels that other people put on you are already being taken off, and the truth of your identity is taking their place. You're loved. You are important. You can do it. You're being called. Someone has anointed you. You have been chosen. These are not positive affirmations from the human mind. They are statements of fact from the one who made you. I'm not giving my opinion when I talk about who you are. I'm giving facts. The person's identity. I'm telling you that the music inside you can't be taken away by bad luck, criticized, or lowered by mistakes. Music. It comes from what I say about you, not from what you do or what happens to you. This is the base that will keep your music stable through all the storms that come your way. When everything else shifts, this truth will serve as your anchor. This is the music that will keep you going when doubts come up. That you belong to me is permanent, unconditional, and can't be broken. The waiting period you have experienced with music is something I want to talk about. I know it seemed like it would never end. I know that you asked me if I was paying attention. I'm sure you've wondered if your prayers were going to heaven or just resonating off the ceiling. The silence did not mean that someone was not there. The delay did not show that the person was not interested. However, I want you to understand what happened during that waiting period. I wasn't ignoring you with music. I was making you better. My delay did not happen. I was making you better. I wasn't not there. I was actively involved with music in ways that took time to complete. The waiting never meant that they were leaving. It meant that money was being put in. I wasn't spending time on your preparation because the destination music, what I'm taking you to, needs preparation to handle. There has to be a base before a building can go up. Roots have to grow first before fruit can show up. Before a platform can be given, the character must be improved. I had to do that important music work at a time of year when it seemed like nothing was going on. Think about what would happen if I responded to every prayer right away, without any waiting period. You were not ready to handle the music blessings that were coming your way. You would get jobs that you weren't ready for. You would reach goals that would hurt you because you didn't have the character to keep going with them. During the waiting period, you were safe and getting ready. It was a gift that looked like music that was a burden. And the waiting period is coming to an end now that the preparations are almost done. The character development has reached the level that was needed, and you have been changed into someone who can handle what is coming. What you've been looking forward to is about to happen. The breakthrough I'm about to tell you about will surprise you with how soon it comes and how complete it is. As a result of being used to being let down, you were hoping for something small. Because you have learned to set lower expectations, you have been hoping for a light improvement. Because you keep getting let down, you've learned to protect yourself by expecting less. But I don't think modestly, and I don't answer the way you expect me to. I'm going to go above and beyond what you asked. I'm going to do even better than you thought. I'm going to show that I'm still a God of music, miracles, and other amazing things. Still able to do things that seem impossible. Still ready to go the extra mile for people who trust me. Your faith in my power and goodness will be restored by what is coming. You've been going through a dark place with music. Soon, morning light will come through. You are almost at the end of your journey through the wilderness. Soon, you will be at the edge of running water and green pastures. The battle you've been fighting is about to end, and you will celebrate with victory music. Also, I want you to know that everything you went through was worth it. Each problem had a purpose. Every challenge made me stronger. Every pain made me more compassionate. Music. Every loss made me want what really matters. You are stronger now than you were at the start of this season. Smarter now than you were before. You'll depend on me more and your own strength less. For what's coming next, I need you to be right there with the music. In the presence of those who disagreed with you, I am setting a table for you. People who watched you struggle and secretly hoped you would fail will now get to see you succeed. Those who trashed you and gave up on you will have to admit that I've been with you the whole time. People who were wondering if I still talked to you or cared about you will see that my favor is shown in public in your life. Not because I want to make them look bad or feel bad about themselves, but because I want to use your story to show anyone who trusts me what I can do with music. For others going through their own valleys at this music moment, your testimony will serve as a source of hope. As you feel this word touch your heart, please think of someone who needs to hear it. It could be a friend who has given up. It could be a family member walking through their own valley. It's not just a video that you send them when you share this message. You are putting the blessing on this word into their situation. You are making it possible for someone else to have a breakthrough. This message is making you feel something, and it will make them feel something too. Click the share button now. Send it to the person who came to mind. Keep an eye on how God shifts their circumstances through your obedience, and see how your own breakthrough grows as you help others. This is a very important moment. What I say about your life isn't just for you. It's meant to go through you and touch people who are following your journey. Your testimony is strong. Their hope will come from your breakthrough. I want you to plant a flag of faith right now, before we go any further. I want you to write these exact words in the comments. My story will help others. Rather, I hope my story helps someone someday. No, maybe my testimony will matter. That your journey through the valley has a purpose bigger than you, though. When you write those words, you are living up to your role as a prophet of my goodness. The provision I'm putting into your life isn't just for you. I'm blessing you so that you can bless others. You will be able to become a provider after I take care of you. Here is some music for you so that you can learn how to give. You will be able to help others who are in need with the abundance that is coming. In the world, you will become a channel for my music of kindness. You will show that I care about people who are having a hard time. You'll be living proof that I still get involved in my kids' lives and take care of those who look to me as a music heir. You will give away what you receive. You will let what flows to you flow through you. My kingdom has a main music that is made up of sowing and reaping. And you've been sowing seeds during music this hard time of year that you might not have known were seeds. Every time you obeyed, even when you didn't want to, was like planting a seed. There was a seed for every time you chose to trust, even when doubt made more sense. Music was a seed for every choice to keep going, even when giving up would have been easier. It was a seed that every tear you shed in my presence. When the sky looked like brass, every prayer you said was a seed. It's almost time for the harvest from all that sowing. The field that looked empty is about to burst with fruit. The investment that looked like it would never come back is about to give you music returns you can't hold back. I want to remind you that I am the God who does impossible things. From a human perspective, the things I delight in doing are the ones that seem the least likely. When everyone else has given up, when all natural solutions have been tried, and when logic and reason say it can't be done, that's when I show my strength. No, your impossible situations don't scare me. I'm not worried about the problems that look like they can't be solved. It doesn't bother me that the odds are against you, and I'm not going to stop now. I've been going against impossible odds since the beginning of time. Before I split the water, crossing the Red Sea looked like it would be impossible. It seemed impossible for the walls of Jericho to fall until I yelled and did it. It seemed impossible to feed 5,000 people with just a few loaves and fish until I multiplied what was given. After 4 days in the tomb, Lazarus's resurrection seemed impossible until I called him out. And your situation, music or anything else, no matter how impossible it seems, is something I can change. There is no change in me. I am the same God who did those miracles. I can still do what I did back then. I will do the same things I did for them for you. More than just a change in the external circumstances of your life, I am working on a deeper formation. I'm changing the core of who you are. Your identity is changing. Your mind is renewing, and music is restoring your soul. The person who comes out of this season won't just be someone who got through hard times. By my touch, you will be completely transformed. You will have different thoughts. The ways you see things will change. Your priorities will change the way they are set. The values you hold dear will make music pure. You're changing into the person I always thought you could be. The person I made you to be, and the person you were always meant to be. The significance of this internal formation is actually greater than the changes in the music you have been concentrating on. A new shift in external factors is possible. The availability of financial provision varies. Health can change. Connections can change over time. But internal transformation makes music change in a way that lasts, even when things change around it. When your identity as my beloved child is firmly established, when you know who you are as a person, no matter what. Music, when my love, not the stability of your life, makes you feel safe, then you have something that can't be taken away, like music. And that's what I've been adding to you during this tough time. Don't worry about what will happen. Don't listen to music that makes you worry about what might happen or what could go wrong. The worst-case scenarios you've thought of when you're scared are not predictions that you have to come true. The worries that keep you up at night are not sneak peeks of things that are to come. As sure as I am that I hold the present, I also hold the future in my hands. I can see what's coming before the music does. I know what problems I'll be facing and have already thought of ways to solve them. I know the transitions music you will have to go through and have already set up resources to help you. I won't be surprised by anything that happens tomorrow. There is nothing that will make me scramble for a response next music week, because I'm already there, working and setting things up for your good. My faithfulness ensures your future security, and my music of faithfulness has never let me down. I have kept every promise I have made through all the generations, centuries, and billions of music prayers. I have never given up music as a child. Every time I start something, I finish it. I want your music to let go of the past too. Let my grace cover the mistakes you made. I forgive you and have forgotten about the mistakes you remember. The regrets that keep coming back to you have been washed away by the blood of my covenant. I don't have anything against you. No, I'm not keeping score of your mistakes. There's no reason for me to wait for you to fail again before giving up on you. You give the past power over your future, not the other way around. What was doesn't have power over what will be unless you give music that power. If you behave badly, I will still love you, but I won't love you more if you behave badly. It comes from who I am, not who you are. And music has made me promise to love you forever, fully, unconditionally, and without any fine print or hidden clauses. There is nothing that could happen that would make me stop loving music. There is no mistake you could make that would make me break my promise. My love isn't a reward for how well you do. This is the base on which everything else is built. The enemy has been lying to you about what's going on. He has been telling you in a whisper that nothing will ever change, that you will never get out, and that the darkness you are in is music for life. He has been telling you that the pain you are going through is your punishment for your sins, and that I am punishing you by making things hard for you. I'm telling you the truth, though. Things are going to change. There's escape music going on. The darkness is already moving away to make room for the light. I am shining into the sound of your music. Do not trust the lies that come from the father of lies. Believe the truth that comes from the one who wrote it. The truth is that I am the one who will save you. I am your guardian. I'm the one who promises music will help you get through this season and into something better than you've ever had. Even when your feelings change, keep your faith strong. Believe what I say, even if what's happening to you goes against it. Don't give up when doubt comes knocking. I'm not telling you to stay away from reality music or act like everything is okay when it's not. That being said, I'm not asking you to ignore or downplay the problems. I want you to believe that there is more to reality than what you can see here and now. A spiritual world where music I am making everything work out for your good. In places where angels are fighting for you. Where breakthroughs in music are made in the invisible world before they show up in the visible world. That truth is more real than what you can see, touch, taste, or hear. Hold on to that truth, and you will find stability that no outside force can shake. Every valley you've ever been through, I've been there with you. No one else was there when I was. I was at the music when everyone else had already left. I was watching when you felt like you had no one to talk to or see. I saw the things you thought no one else saw. I caught the tears you thought fell nowhere to be seen. I heard the prayers you thought were not heard. I'm still here, walking with you and reaching out to help you up when you trip. When you feel like giving up, music words of encouragement can help you keep going. I'm still the same. I haven't moved. I have not become distant or busy. My full attention is still on you, just like it has always been. My love for you has the same fire that music has always had. When I first said your name, I promised to care about your health and happiness. I am still the same person I was to you at the beginning. What I was to you during your darkest music hour, I am to you now. Loyal, present, dedicated, and unchanging. The hard times you've been going through are teaching you to depend on me in ways that being wealthy could never do. It's showing how much you need something and how music can help, my grace. It means taking away the false safety nets and comforting illusions that kept you from really getting to know me. You're being pushed into my arms, where you belong. Even though I don't like seeing my kids struggle, I do love it when their struggles help them trust me more. You will remember the lessons you learn in this valley for the rest of your life. You are growing a faith that will give you strength no matter what. I want to show you what's coming up. Just picture waking up without the weight of worry pressing down on your chest. Imagine going about your day without the worry that has been with you all day. Imagine listening to your situation music and not feeling scared when you see it. Imagine always being short on something and having more than enough. Imagine having relationships that are good for you and give you life instead of ones that drain you and hurt you. Imagine walking with a purpose instead of just wandering around aimlessly. Image being deeply aware in your spirit music that you are exactly where you should be, doing the exact thing you were made to do. I'm going to take you there. That's the place I've been getting ready for you. Through that breakthrough, music is now possible. Every part of your life will be changed by the restoration I bring. Nothing will be left out. We won't miss anything. I am an honest God who does all the work. What I heal stays healed. It stays restored what I restore. What I make is strong. You won't be going back to where you started when I'm done with music during this season of restoration in your life. You will reach a higher level than you have ever been. You will feel better in your new normal than in the old one you lost. The new chapter will be better than the ones that came before it in terms of music. I'm not just fixing things that are broken. I'm making your whole life better. If you want to know more about the places where restoration is coming, let me explain. There will be clarity and peace in your mind where there was confusion and anxiety before, where pain and heavy music have been the norm in your emotions. Joy and lightness will now be the norm. Strength and vitality will be restored to your body, which has grown accustomed to the sounds of weariness and weakness. Where tension and distance have built up music barriers in your relationships, healing and connection will break through. Scarcity and stress music have been playing in your finances. Now, abundance and generosity will flow. If your days have been full of confusion and wandering, your purpose will make your calling and direction clear. My restoration will touch every area that the enemy's attack hit. When the enemy attacked you, he played his hand too well. He believed he could break down what I had made. He was sure he could mess up what I had planned. He thought he could stop what I had planned. He meant for the attack to do something, but it completely backfired. He has not hurt your faith, but instead strengthened it. He has brought you closer to music me instead of further away. He hasn't stolen your future. Instead, he's made you ready for a bigger one through music. That very weapon he meant to hurt you has been turned into a tool for your progress. This is the music I make when the enemy attacks. I buy them back. I make them different. They work for those who love me because I make them. I rest my mind on the years the locusts ate. I'm interested in taking back the ground that the enemy stole. I heal the wounds he caused in ways that make you stronger than before. Nothing in his arsenal ultimately defeats my purpose. He only has a few music plans. The power he has is borrowed. He doesn't have much time left, but I have big plans for you. My power never ends. I have eternal purpose. You might be wondering why I let the hard season happen when I could have stopped it. You're welcome to ask that question, and I appreciate you being honest about it. Find the answer in the purpose that is hidden in the pain. I had to teach you some things about music that you could only learn by doing them. It was necessary to show the weaknesses so that they could be fixed. Some strengths needed to be built up by facing challenges. There were links to bad things that needed music to break through the tough spots. There were some people whose true nature had to come out under pressure. The hard season served a purpose that music couldn't see at the time, and may still not fully understand now. Believe me though, I'm a good dad who would never let music cause my kids more pain than it needs to. It won't take as long as you think to get from where you are now to where you want to be. Do not use days or hours on the clock to measure it. Measure it by the times you give up, the songs you choose to trust, and the decisions you make to believe my word over your circumstances. There is a breakthrough coming your way. every time you choose faith over fear. Every time you say my promises over your situation, you speed up the process of making them come true. You show the kind of faith that moves mountains, opens doors, and lets miracles happen every time you don't give up, even when there are a million good reasons to. You can't see your destiny from far away. You have to have faith. You should start getting ready for what's coming, not with worry or effort, but with joyful anticipation. Feel what it will be like when the weight is off your shoulders. Picture yourself walking in the freedom I'm giving you. Allow yourself to dream once more about the future I am drawing for you. Let hope rise in your heart like the sun does in the morning. Believe that music will grow in your spirit like a wave does before it hits the shore. What you think will happen will happen. What you think is important. What you think of as music makes it possible to receive. Get your heart ready for the good things that are coming. Music. The words I'm speaking to you aren't just random words of comfort or encouragement. These songs were chosen just for you and are directly related to your situation. I know about the details you're taking care of. I understand the specific problems you are having with music. I am very clear about the specific people, situations, music, and barriers that are at play, and I am speaking to them directly. Trust that I am talking about the hidden parts of your situation, even if you don't hear the specifics. Trust that my words have the power to change the things I am talking about. Believe that there is a shift taking place in the spiritual realm. As you hear these words and feel them in your heart, know that I care about you and your whole family. I love the people you love. I'll look out for those you worry about. The people you pray for are heard by me. I'm giving them the same protection, provision, and presence music that I'm giving you. Knowing about your family's prayers has reached me, and I have started working on their behalf. Relationships music that seemed unfixable will be put to rest. Things that seem to be getting harder will soften up. Distances that seemed like they would never end will be crossed. Even though you can't see any changes, I am using music to help your family. Believe in the process. Believe in the timing. Believe that I care about your family as much as you do. Now I want you to make your own promise to protect your family. For what I'm doing in your family, your faith needs to work with my power. I want you to do something right now that will mark this moment. Put these words in the comments. My household is covered. Not, I hope my family is covered, or please cover my household. This is a strong statement that you are receiving my protection and provision over everyone in your care. You are putting up a spiritual wall around your loved ones as you write those words. The peace I'm giving you doesn't depend on what's going on in your life. It is a peace that transcends understanding, defies logic, and exists apart from the world of music. This peace can be yours even as you walk through the valley. You can listen to this peaceful music while you wait for the breakthrough. You can rest here in peace while you play music for the battle. This is not the peace that comes after a storm. There is peace even when there is a storm going on. I am giving you peace right now, making you feel confident that I am in charge, even though everything around you seems to be going crazy. Think about what David found in the wilderness as he ran away from Saul. He was a man who had been anointed as king but was living like a runaway. He was told he would have a throne and sleep in caves with music. He was supposed to be in a palace, but he was hiding in empty places. Still, music in those terrible times, he wrote some of the most beautiful words ever about how I care for those who trust me. He learned that my rod and staff bring comfort, that goodness and music mercy follow those who follow me, and that music I prepare tables in the presence of enemies. The problems that seemed to go against what I said I would do were actually the best way for me to keep my promises. You are in the same situation. Things in your life may seem to go against what I have music promised. You might look at where you are and wonder how it has anything to do with where I said you would be. But I want to tell you that the way from here to there is not as long or hard as it looks. There are times when the way to blessing goes through the wild. Sometimes being embarrassed is a necessary step on the way to promotion. The goal hasn't changed, but sometimes the way up leads to the way down first. The promise has not been taken back. You are going through this season with everything I told you about your life. Your protector is me. I am the one who keeps you safe from threat, both seen and unseen. I'm the strong tower where you can run and stay safe. No one can get through to my fortress because I am it. Every storm that comes my way seeks refuge in me. Because I'm your defender, I fight your battles while you watch. I am your guardian and watch over your life while you sleep. Never falling asleep, never getting distracted, and never giving up on music my post. You are safe with me. You are safe when I have you. There is no weapon that can work against you. No plan that was made to hurt you will work. No enemy that comes up against you will be able to stand. I've wrapped my favor around you like music around a shield. Although it may seem unimportant in the spiritual realm, I want you to do something right now. There's more to giving this video a like than just responding to it. You are making God's favor flow through your life. Consider your hand reaching out to receive what heaven is releasing every time you click the like button. You are putting yourself in a position to be blessed by saying, Lord, I am ready for your favor to surround me like a shield. So go ahead and click the like button. Let this be your declaration that you will walk in divine favor from now on. Let this truth sink deeply into your soul. The power that made the universe and music is now working for you. The same intelligence that made the stars is guiding you. The love that led me to the cross is also what drives music to seek your highest good. There is no such thing as a limited God who does his best within the limits he sets. You are loved by the creator of all music, who is limitless, powerful, smart, and always present. And that God, that unbounded and infinite being, has chosen to pay special attention to your case. That should make you feel 100% sure of yourself. Your case's assigned angels have not left their posts. They stay alert to music, doing jobs you'll never see, stepping in to help in situations you'll never know about, and keeping you safe from threats you can't see. Your breakthrough has not been assigned to more important causes with the spiritual resources that were allocated to it. They are still committed to your case. The promises that were made over your life have not been taken back because of your problems. Even when you can't see their progress, they are still working toward happiness. This message is important for you to remember when doubt comes back. When music that makes you feel down says that nothing has changed. Think about these words again. If your enemy says you made up the whole thing, read them again. This wasn't just some random music to pass the time. This was communication from God meant to change your mind and spark your faith. In the spiritual realm, these music words have significance. Atmospheric conditions shift. They break the deal. They let blessing out. And their power doesn't go away when you're done listening. Take these truths with you into the things that will happen. Turn them into the lenses that you use to understand what's going on. Let them be the things that you stand on when everything else seems unstable. My word doesn't come back empty. When I tell it to do something, it does it. I also sent you this music message for a purpose. Right now, that purpose is coming to life. As the end of this message draws near, I want you to understand the response I'm looking for. I'm not telling you to do more, work harder, or strive more sharply. You are being asked to rest more deeply, trust more fully, and give up more fully. The breakthrough is not up to your hard work, but to your faith. For deliverance, you don't have to work hard. You just have to believe. What I am doing in your life, I will do anyway. No matter how well you do, your peace and happiness in the process depend on how much you trust me to do what I say I will do. So take deep breaths. Let the music take the stress off your shoulders. Let go of the stress that's holding you back. Don't keep going over the problems. Instead, remember the promises. Stop making problems bigger than they are and start making God bigger. I'm stronger than everything you're facing. I'm bigger than any issue you have. I have more strength than any enemy you face. And I'm totally dedicated to seeing you through this season and into everything I have planned for your future. You are seen. People know who you are. You're loved. You are being held. You are being led. It's safe for you. You are taken care of. You've never been alone and you never will be. I will always be with you, music until the end of time. And nothing in the world can separate my love for you from yours. Not trouble, hardship, persecution, or hunger. Nothing to do with angels, demons, powers, or principalities. Not depth, height, music, or anything else in the whole world. My love for you will never end, will never change, and you can always count on it. Take a break in that love. It should be the ground you stand on and the roof over your head. It will always work. Someone keeps an eye on you and doesn't sleep. The person who watches over you never gets tired. No breaks for the person who always keeps you safe. My eyes are on you all the time, day and night. I have my hand on you. My heart is with you. You are so important to me that I can't put it into words. I value you more than any money could buy. I love you so much that it's hard for me to explain. Also, I will always care about you. Protect yourself all the time. Never stop getting what you need from music. Never stop guiding you toward your destiny. I'm pulling you out of the tough spot. I'm putting your feet on stable ground. I'm going to teach you a new song that is a praise song to your God. Because of your testimony, many people will see what I'm doing in your life and music and put their air in me. Your breakthrough is almost here. Your deliverance is near. The music for your rescue is still playing. Please wait a little longer. The morning is almost here, and this late-night music you've been listening to will end. There is light coming through the darkness. There is new hope. I'm standing at the start of your new season, ready to play music to welcome you to everything I have planned for you. What will the next music season be like? Let me tell you. You've been through so much trouble that you've forgotten what it's like to be successful. Because you've been in survival mode for so long, you can't even imagine what it would be like to thrive. But right now I'm telling you about the life I want you to live through music. It's a life marked by calmness instead of worry, abundance instead of lack, and purpose instead of confusion, instead of dread. You wake up excited about your life. In this place you can face music challenges without fear, where you feel my presence not just as a religious idea, but as a living music reality that fills every moment of your life. This holiday season, music, tier response will be given to the prayers that seem unanswered. The doors that would not open will now swing open. Either the relationships that have caused pain will get better, or they will be replaced with better ones. Provision that goes above and beyond your expectations will alleviate the financial stress that has taken the joy out of your life. Music. The health issues that have been bothering you will give way to restoration that even doctors will find surprising. I'm not talking about small changes to how things are now. I'm talking about a complete formation of your situation. This hard time will seem like nothing in comparison to the time you held your newborn child for the first time. The pain will be forgotten when compared to the happiness it brought. You'll know why certain things had to happen. You'll see links between things that at the time seemed very random. You'll be able to spot my hand when you thought I wasn't there. And you will worship me with a deep sense of thanksgiving that can only come from someone who has experienced deliverance from real darkness. There may be something on your mind that I want to talk about. You might be wondering if these promises about being a part of music are really true. Some of you may think that these words are for stronger Christians, more devoted Christians, people who haven't messed up like you have. You know that these promises are for you, music, but I'm telling you this directly, not for a perfect version of yourself that you hope to become one day. For you right now, with all your fears, doubts, and mistakes. I picked you even though I knew you would do everything wrong. I have never once felt bad about the choice I made. I don't give you grace that barely covers your sins and makes you wonder all the time what your status is with me. It is extravagant grace music that overflows your needs, washing away not only the guilt of your actions, but also the shame that has attached itself to music, your identity. By my grace, you are righteous, not because of what you have done, but because of what I have done for you. Without any requirements of worthiness, grace invites you into intimacy music with me. You don't need to clean up your music before coming up to me. Come as you are, and let my presence change you. It's been a while since you talked about your dreams because you no longer believe they will come true. There are wants you buried because the pain of not getting them was too much to bear. You used to have dreams for your life that you wrote off as childish naivety or unrealistic goals. But many of those hopes, dreams, and visions were put in your heart music by me in the first place. Not to tease you with impossible dreams, I didn't put them there. I put them there as sneak peeks of the music I wanted to make happen in your life. Some of those dreams need to come back to life. Some of those wants need to be brought up to date and looked at again through music. A few of those visions need to be made clear again. The music wasn't timed right before. There was not enough preparation. The character wasn't fleshed out. However, those issues have been dealt with during the wilderness season you've been going through. Now the time is right for fulfillment. Something that was planted a long time ago is now ready to bring music into the light. What was promised to you when you were young is almost ready to come true. Don't let anyone tell you that your chance has passed. Don't let anyone tell you that the chance to make a mistake is gone. Don't let anyone tell you that the life I have planned for you is already over. Timelines set by people don't limit me. I'm not limited by what people usually expect from music. I can speed up the progress of years of music into months. I can do in a season what takes most people decades. My name is God, and I make up for lost time. I restore the years that the locusts ate, and I make beauty out of ashes and joy out of sadness. Right now, the people you need to fulfill your destiny are being placed music. You don't know all of them yet. Some people you've met, but not seen for who they really are. In the spiritual realm, divine connections are being planned out through music before they show up in the physical world. Plans are being made for partnerships that will change everything about music. Your path is being lined up with mentors who can help you get to the next level. I'm opening doors that music they say only certain people can open. This puts those people on your side. At the same time, some relationships need to end, and I'm helping that happen too. There are some people who aren't meant to finish the journey with you. Some were only assigned for specific times of the year. Others are getting in the way of your progress in music without you even realizing it. While the breakup may be painful, it's necessary for both of you to follow your own music dreams. Do not hold on to the ties I am cutting. Let go of what I'm taking away. Make room for the music I'm getting. Although things are hard right now, the skills and talents I gave you have not been wasted. They've been made better. During the waiting period, the gifts you carry have not become less valuable. They are now more sharp. Because of the delays, the calling on your life has not been taken away. There is more music now. Now more than ever, you are ready to step into the fullness of what I have planned for you. The wild wasn't a break on the way to your destiny. It was the last bit of preparation before going in. When you speak, please say what you believe instead of what you see. Music. What you say has power. They can either follow my promises or follow the lies of the enemy. Think about what you say before you speak. Though you might want to complain about your situation, remember to be thankful for my faithfulness. If you want to go over all the things that have gone wrong with music, think about how I have helped and protected you instead. Music can speak for victory and hope when you want to say things that are negative and sad. The atmosphere you will be in is being made by your words. Your enemy will try to make you believe that nothing has changed. He will talk about the things that are still hard and use them as proof that this message was just words. He will make you think of other times when things didn't work out and suggest that this will end the same way. When these words plant a hope seed in your heart, you will work hard to steal it. But you need to keep what was given to you safe. Your spirit is full of hope, which you need to guard. To lose the ground you've gained in your faith, you have to say no to music. If you have doubts, which you will, bring them to me through music instead of letting them think about it alone. If your fears come back, which they will, turn them into prayers instead of letting them hurt you. Discouragement will come knocking on your door. Do not forget the promises I have made over you. Use them as weapons against the lies. You can fight back against this music spiritual warfare. You have been given all the tools you need to stand firm and see the victory I have planned for you. More lives will be changed by the testimony you share this coming season than you can count. Someone else will find hope through your account of deliverance. What you went through with Music Breakthrough will show that I'm still moving for my kids. My power, which cannot be disputed or explained away by music, will be demonstrated by your transformation. You aren't just getting blessed for your own good. You are being set up to bring blessings to people who need to see what I can do. Feel what it will be like to tell someone who is going through the same thing you are that I help them through music. You should think about what kind of hope you can offer based on real-life experience rather than ideas. Because you have experienced darkness and emerged into light, consider the authority you will have to speak into it through music. The pain you've been through is music being turned into ministry. You have transformed your pain into compassion. Your tears are becoming the water that other people need to grow. You've done a great job getting this far. I know how many times you thought about giving up. I know how many times you thought about leaving. At night, I know how many times you asked yourself if it was all worth it. You are still music here, though. You are still there. Hope is still in your mind as you read these words. That persistence is important. The music for endurance is important. You will be rewarded for your faithfulness. You deserve a blessing that people who give up will never get, because you didn't give up when everything inside you told you to. The last part of this message is now complete. You've heard what was said. The shift has hit you. It's now time for your last act of faith, which will seal everything that was said over you. Please write one more thing in the comment section below. Type Amen again, but make it look different this time. This Amen is your pledge that you are not the same person who began listening to this message. Let's all agree that the breakthrough isn't going to happen someday. It's already here. That's it. I want to leave you with the assurance that I am with you as I end this message, not in an abstract spiritual way that doesn't help in real life. I am with you, music, in the real world of your daily life. When you stand up and when you sit down, when you leave and when you come back, when you're facing problems that don't seem possible to solve, and when you listen to music, moments of unexpected happiness. I'm there through it all, putting together details that music can't see, keeping you safe from threats you don't know about, making sure you have what you need before you even realize you need it. You will always have my presence with you as you move on in life. My favor is like a shield around you. Every promise I've made in music is backed by my power. You can't feel my love, but I hold you. And the music of my faithfulness is a guarantee that everything I've said will happen when it should. Not long now until the waiting is over. You're not as far from the breakthrough as you think. It's almost morning. Believe me. Follow me, believe me, and see what I can do with music in your life. I want you to take one more step of faith before you leave. Click the subscribe button right away if you haven't already. The enemy wants to keep you from hearing the words that will bring you breakthrough. So every time you subscribe, you plant a faith flag that says, God, I am committed to hearing your voice and walking in the prophetic promises you have for me. If you subscribe, on the other hand, you'll never miss a divine appointment. Every message sent for your restoration will be delivered to your heart, you guarantee. Click here to subscribe right away. Use the bell to let people know. And declare, I am locked into God's prophetic alignment for my life, and nothing will cause me to miss what He has for me. Amen. If this message touched your heart and brought peace to your spirit, I invite you, music, to share it with someone else who needs to hear these words of hope and encouragement. There are people in your life who are walking through their own valleys right now, facing their own struggles, wondering if music they will ever see breakthrough. This message could be exactly what they need to hear. Type Amen in the comments below to receive this blessing into your life and to declare your faith in the promises that have been spoken over you. Subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a message that could change your life. I need you to understand something important. When you subscribe to this channel, you are doing more than following a page. You are entering into prophetic alignment with the words that are being released over your life. Every message you receive is another opportunity for heaven to speak into your situation. Every notification you turn on is an invitation for God to interrupt your circumstances with breakthrough. So right now, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. As you do it, declare in your heart, I am aligning myself with God's prophetic promise for my life. I will not miss what heaven is releasing. Do it now and seal your connection to every word that is yet to come. God is speaking. Keep listening. Music. Keep believing. Keep trusting. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. And now, I have one final request for you. This message was not meant for you alone. Somewhere in your contacts, on your social media, in your family group chat, there is someone who needs to hear exactly what you just heard. The enemy has been trying to silence their hope, but you have the power to restore it with one click. When you share this video, you are not just sharing content. You are releasing the anointing that is on this prophetic word into their life. You are extending the boundaries of your own breakthrough to cover your network. So right now, before you do anything else, click the share button. Send it to 3 people who need a miracle. Post it on your story. Put it in your status, and watch how God begins to move not just in your life, but in the lives of everyone connected to you. Your breakthrough is about to become their breakthrough too. Share it now and watch heaven move. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He's extending his hand and inviting you into a protected, high-vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life. If you follow it, you won't just receive blessings. They will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate, early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct, personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. If you desire to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And for those who feel called to amplify this work, a link to purchase the guided ebook is available, which is completely optional, but your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.